quick question for you about how Trump has increased deportations with his new immigration reforms.
Yes, he's had a tremendous impact on deportations, and probably the biggest impact of all is his new zero tolerance policy. In the past, people could be ordered deported by the court, but that doesn't necessarily mean they have to leave the country. Immigration Control and Enforcement, which is known as ICE, would take that case, would review it, and would take into consideration perhaps they have a U.S. citizen spouse. Maybe they're the sole support of U.S. citizen children, that if they're taken out of the country, the children will have to go on welfare. Maybe they're a military veteran, or maybe they're married to a military veteran. There's many, many factors to take in consideration. Do they have a criminal record or not? Maybe it's just a technical immigration violation. So Immigration Control and Enforcement, once the deportation is ordered, then they would interview the person. They would make a determination if they need to be put out immediately, or if they could be placed on what's called an order of supervision. And in this case, Immigration Control and Enforcement would say, we're not going to deport you right now. We're going to supervise you. And so they would set up a schedule where the people check in, they check to make sure they haven't violated the law or committed any crimes. And people that are cooperative and keep checking in and let them know how they're doing, they're able to supervise them in some cases for many years, because ICE determined that that's in the best interest of the United States. Just because a judge orders someone deported doesn't mean it's in the best interest of the country to actually physically remove them. That is, until President Trump arrived. President Trump, one of the first acts he did was to issue his zero tolerance policy. And under this policy, what he's saying is, if they're ordered deported, get them out. He doesn't care if they're taking care of U.S. citizen children. Obviously, President Trump's not very concerned with immigrant children. We know that from the condition of separating parents and children at the border. But the zero tolerance policy has had a tremendous impact on people that are here functioning in the United States. Most of them are married to U.S. citizens. Many of them have U.S. citizen children that they're raising. And suddenly, now, because of an administrative policy change, they're facing removal without any wrongful act on their part. They're following the order of supervision, they're living a good life, they're doing everything right. And President Trump, through policy, has been able to have a tremendous impact on a large number